Hey folks, this is Peter Boykin running for Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina. This is the last day of early voting, and then people will be able to vote on Super Tuesday. And I just wanted to give everybody an update of what's going on. First of all, I've got a lot of texts, I've got a lot of emails from potential voters, and I was able to talk about issues that they had, issues with. And I convinced a lot of people to vote for me. If you want to get in touch with me, you can call me, or better yet, text me at 919-758-0597. I will check that text messages. I will respond back to you, and it's me responding back to you. It's not automated or anything else. You can email me at peterboykin@peterboykin.com. I check that several times a day so I can respond. And I want to give you a new poll came in, the second actual real poll. This is actually the first poll that I've seen that is post the time where people started filing. So the only real poll. Straw polls, in my opinion, do not count because they're individual little Republican clubs, and a lot of times they're taken after a couple of people have spoken and people don't have the knowledge of all the candidates. So, certain individuals like Hal Weatherman, who claims he's won all these polls, well, really, did you? 20, 30 people, 50 people might show up these clubs, even 100 people might show up these clubs when there's cases of anything could happen. Election integrity, I don't know. But here's a real poll. They polled High Point University. I think 1,000 some people. But this was like about 385 registered Republicans polled for Lieutenant Governor. And without reading you the results, I'd have to pull those up in just a moment. I'm driving, I'm out doing stuff today. I'll give you that information here in just a little bit when I get to this next little stop sign. Hey folks, this is Peter Boykin. No, not that one. Again, the results of that poll. The Republican nomination battle for Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina appears to be divided among several candidates. The poll finds Jim O'Neill has support from 27% of those likely self-reported Republican primary voters. The rest of the respondents referred to as Sam Page, 13%, Jeffrey Elmore, 11%, Seth Woodall, 11%, Deanna Ballard, 10%, Hal Weatherman at 7%, and Peter Boykin at 7%. And the rest of the people are like 5 and 4. So I'm doing in the middle. The first actual real poll that I saw beforehand, I was in the middle. This poll, I am in the middle with Republican voters, potential Republican voters that say that they're going to vote or have voted. I think that's pretty good. I think that works along with the point that I am the only candidate, I think, that can appeal to the unaffiliated voters in a bigger way. The other candidates come from all sorts of different slices of the same cookie. Some are bitter, some are sweet. Some people, if they were to get elected over me, I would be great with saying, hey, they'd make a great lieutenant governor. There's other candidates I would absolutely not support. That's why when I was questioned at that Hornet poll, who would you support the eventual nominee? I said no. I can't say that. So at the end of the day, we want Republicans. We want Republicans to win. In the general election, we need Republicans to win, and you've got to elect somebody who can win. And I believe that I could win against whoever they put on the lieutenant governorship. So we have not too long for you to go out and vote. And so the poll was pretty good. The poll was pretty good. And I did pretty good. And we'll see what happens in the future. I have hope. I have every hope in the future that I will do well in this election, but it's anybody's game. It is anybody's game in this election coming up. It is absolutely anybody's game. Now, in other news, what am I doing today? I'm grassroots, so I'm trying to make some extra money today. Monday night / Tuesday morning, I'm off of work third shift, so I can spend Monday, and I've got to help my dad go to Duke. He's got to get a procedure thing done, a couple of tests. After that, I'm heading to Charlotte. I haven't been able really to get to Charlotte. I have 50 signs in my trunk, and I'm ready to put those signs up for the early voting. I still have all of these cards that I made to put on people's doors. I will be hitting apartment complexes, reminding people at the last minute that it is time to go out and vote. So I'll be hitting some apartment complexes, and afterwards I'm going to be putting up signs at as many polling locations that I get. I only have 50 signs left, so I'll put out as many signs at Charlotte locations as possible. I was going to stick around and try to do Charlotte on Tuesday, but then I realized I got to actually vote, so that means I have to be home to vote. So I will be here in Alamance County to vote on Tuesday, and then after that it's going to be a free-for-all of where I'm exactly going to go from there. I might hit Salisbury, or I don't know. I've got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. I do have to work that night, so even if after the election, everybody's got to make a living. So just filling you in, at the end of the day, the polls came out pretty good for me. I'm in the range that I wanted to be. I'm not at the bottom, might not be at the top, but hey, the people that I think should do well are doing well. There and vote for Donald Trump, vote for really good candidates that can win in the general, and I just urge you to get out there and vote. God bless everybody. You can check out the website at peterboykin.com. Again, you can contact me and text me at 919-758-0597 if you want a question or ask me a question or whatever, or give me a call. Mostly text, probably a little bit better, or send me an email at peterboykin@peterboykin.com, and I'll respond back to you. God bless everybody. peterboykin.com. Hi folks, my name is Peter Boykin, and I am running for Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina. I am the true We the People's grassroots America's first constitutionalist for North Carolina. Overall, North Carolina and America need economic stimulation, protection on our border, quality education, medical freedom, secure elections, jobs and job security, and affordable health care options for everyone. The right of the individual to achieve the best that is with him, as long as he respects the rights of others, is the source of our nation's strength. We should put America first, and that means putting Americans first. We are supposed to be a first world nation, so let's start taking care of all of our citizens. Healthcare, food, education, civil rights, state and national security, jobs, and more should never be a right or left issue. North Carolina, united for a greater America. Please visit peterboykin.com for more information. And remember, all votes matter. All votes matter. More than ever before in the election of 2024, all votes do matter. Please check out peterboykin.com for more information. Hi folks, my name is Peter Boykin, candidate for Lieutenant Governor. Our great nation, the United States of America, is a republic founded on the principles of life, liberty, and equality. But these principles can only endure if we exercise one of our most sacred rights, the power to vote. All votes matter because here in North Carolina, just like the rest of the United States, we are all citizens of different backgrounds, ages, and walks of life, with a voice and a vote that matters. From the busy streets of our cities to the serene landscapes of our countryside, every single American voice matters. It's not just a vote. It's your voice, your values, and your vision for a better future. Our Constitution guarantees us these rights, and it's our duty to protect and defend them. But that duty goes beyond mere words. It requires action. Voting is the cornerstone of America, the bedrock upon which our republic stands strong. By casting your vote, you shape the course of our nation. You decide the direction we take, whether it's strengthening our economy, preserving our freedoms, or ensuring the safety and security of our citizens. Our history is marked by the sacrifices of those who fought tirelessly to expand the right to vote, to ensure that every voice is heard. From the suffragettes who blazed the trail for women's voting rights to the civil rights movement that shattered barriers of discrimination, we honor their legacy by making our voices heard. Let us unite in the spirit of America. Let us celebrate our republic. Let us honor those who came before us by exercising the power to vote. I urge you to rally with me. Join me in defending our constitutional rights to life, liberty, and equality. All votes matter. Let's make our voices heard. Together, we can shape a brighter future for our beloved nation and North Carolina. Vote Peter Boykin for North Carolina Lieutenant Governor. Visit peterboykin.com to volunteer and to find out more about the platform. Remember, folks, all votes matter. God bless. Again, this is Peter Boykin running for Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina. Thanks for tuning in. And again, note as much as Hal's been supposedly winning those BS straw polls, this is the second real poll I've seen. Yet, once again, I polled in the middle. This time I tied with Hal. Early voting ends today, and election day will bring a lot of people out. It is anyone's election, so I have hope until the last vote is counted. 386 people out of High Point responded to a poll in the Republican nomination. Jim O'Neill, who's been advertising a whole lot on television, got 27% of the vote. I'm okay with the guy. He raised his hand at the Hornet thing kind of with me. He's the DA of Forsyth County. Out of that, the rest is Sam Page, who's the sheriff of Rockingham County. Jeffrey Elmore, who's been in local Congress here in North Carolina. Nice man, gentleman, 11%. Seth Woodall, he's a lawyer, 11%. I'm not really against him or for him. Deanna Ballard, 10%, or Deanna Ballard. I think she's a really good candidate and a really good person. Hal Weatherman, 7%. Longtime politician, kind of iffy. You know, ran a good campaign, but, you know, that's been his career. And he's had the money. He had 7%. And me, Peter Boykin, who didn't have $1 million, who's been running on hundreds of dollars, got also a 7%. The rest is less than 5%. The vote was for Marlenis, Hernandez, Novoa, 4%. Alan Mashburn, 4%. Ernest T. Reeves, 4%. And Rivera, Douthit, 2%. That is on the High Point log, and WRAL reported and actually left out. I got a text earlier saying, I'm Hal Weatherman, and please vote for me, and that if you like to vote Donald Trump and or vote for me, America First, then you want to. I mean, great text, but then at the end it says that he's the only America First candidate. That's a lie. I've been America First from the beginning. Excuse me, I'm human. I had to sneeze. I've been America First. I always talk about America First. I just did a whole 45-minute video of past videos and things I had about the immigration issue, illegal immigration. I talk about America being first, and then we need to start taking care of our own people, our veterans, 35,000 plus homeless veterans on the street. Meanwhile, we're putting illegal aliens up in fancy hotels in Harlem and New York and everything, giving them $1,000 cards, free food, and everything else. They're beating cops up. Just a guy the other day got released and not charged, but he beat up cops. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy that we are ignoring human beings that are American citizens in this country. I don't know what more I could do as lieutenant governor. I could be it is a bully puppet kind of say you can get the word out, you can push for things, and that's what I'm going to do as lieutenant governor. I want to help it include the top 3 things. Everything really boils down to infrastructure, jobs, and education. Infrastructure, jobs, and education. Illegal immigration, fix all 3 of those. I'm not worried about so-called woke things. They're important, but they aren't something to run your campaign on. Hate is not something to run your campaign on. You are running to be the leader of people, period. Not the leader of the Republicans, not the leader of the Democrats, not the leader of the moderates, not the leader of the independents or the libertarians. You are the leader of all the citizens. You are a representative of all the citizens. It's your turn to sit down, the great America. Now, God bless. I will be back. PeterBoykin.com.